Hey everybody, something a little bit different today. I've been having another thought. It's very dangerous, I know. As some of you may or may not know, I taught myself to pick locks about a year ago now. And it suddenly dawned on me, I've never tried to steal my own motorcycle. So I thought, why not do a video and, have a go, see where we get. Now, first things first, just to prove I can pick locks and to prove a point. See, this is a normal, everyday lock. Keys. Won't be using those. Right, we'll go with the first one. I must point out at this point, the reason I taught myself to pick locks was not for any illegal reasons. I'm sure most of you know the sort of person I am by now. It was basically just for a bit of fun. And a friend bought me this kit and was like, there you go, I've bought you a skill, now you just got to go and earn it. I was like, okay, fair enough. So the two tools I'm going to use is a basic rake and a little tension wrench. See, basic rake you can't see because it's out of focus, but you know. Anyway, doing this on camera, what a stupid idea. So I won't be able to pick a thing now. Come on, let's not fuck up. There we go. It took me a minute, but oh well. There you see, it is a normal, everyday lock, bought from Wilko's. It's quite cheap. Now, that, as you saw, was mildly difficult. It's not really, it's just I'm a bit out of practice, but as you saw, it took more than a second, because there's different pins you have to work on. Now, this is to prove a point that not all locks are created equal. Watch this. One pin. In this lock, only one pin does anything, and it's the first one in there, so you could literally jam virtually anything in there and it would work. So it just goes to show that although they may seem very similar, there was only a couple of pounds difference between these two, locks are not all equal. So it'll be interesting to see, because I reckon that the lock in this will be not nearly as complicated as the one in there. But it's just a thought. I mean, as I say, this is literally just me thinking out loud. And put in the wrong numbered slot. That would really piss me off. And there we go. Right, okay. Okay, which one shall I try first? Let's go straight for the ignition, shall we? Need a pair of these. And I'm going to go with this, which is a double-sided rake, because obviously the bike key is double-sided normally, as you can see. Now I'm probably just going to go and prove how easy it is to steal my own bike. What a great idea. Right, do the other way around. Okay. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Basically, I have another tension wrench and another rake, but they're different. They're automotive, like double-sided ones. One of the most important parts to picking locks is not what you're doing here necessarily. It's mostly this. It's the tension that you put on it. There are ways of finding that with normal locks. But, oh. Yeah! Okay, so I can steal my own bike. I wonder what the lock on the fuel cap's like. As I say, I reckon these are a lot more difficult. A lot easier, sorry, just because of what they are. They don't put such a complicated lock in them. We'll find out though. Oh yeah. That was a lot easier. An awful lot easier. Should we try that one again? Now, I'm not making this video to teach people how to steal motorcycles, because for all I know, the locks on this might be very cheap. But what I'm trying to show you is that you really shouldn't trust cheap padlocks. Well, to be honest with you, these prices nothing to go on, because you get some of these very, very expensive looking big bulky locks, but the cylinder in it is actually a load of shite. Don't need those keys anymore. This is more to highlight to you, this is how much you need to make sure you get good security on your bike. It always deters people. And make sure it's locked up, because you can carry a bike away. Or you can just use one of these kits and steal it. Oh, I think what I should mention though is keep in mind, as I say, I'm pretty sure that lock's a lot easier to open. If you ever lose your key, changing the ignition, oh yeah, I've got one down there to show you. changing the ignition is easy on a bike, generally, because you just have to replace this part. The problem comes when it comes to getting the fuel cap off, obviously, because it's locked in. Well, as you can now know, it's not difficult to get those off at all. Well, there we go. If I ever lose my key, I know I can just pick it myself and then have to explain that one to the police. What, this, officer? No, that's fine. That's a normal key. Oh, and just before anyone says, I bet your lock doesn't fucking work now, I bet it fucking does. See? So as I say, it just goes to show that, you know, not all locks are created equal, and you really shouldn't trust them, because an idiot like me, with a about £30 kit off of eBay, I don't know exactly where because my mate bought it for me, could take a bike away. I will also point out, if anyone thinks about buying these for fun like I have, don't ever take them out of your house. If you're caught with them outside of your house, you're going to have, and the police, you know, find you, you're going to have to explain to them why you have tools to commit crimes. Unless you're a locksmith, you have no real reason to have these outside the house. Unless I suppose you could take them to your mate who's locked out his house. But yeah, so be warned, these are not toys. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. You don't want that going anywhere because obviously it's connecting to a pin on a live hand grenade. Obviously things could go wrong there. So then what we do is we take the cord, you run it underneath the fairings, around the front fork, careful not to pull